Agree or disagree? Isang malaking patibong daw ang pagkuha ng bahay.
Okay, so may pa-survey si Ariel, sali tayo. So tanong niya is, agree or disagree, patibong nga ba ang kumuha ng bahay sa Canada? My short answer is, actually both, agree and disagree. Disagree kasi ang bahay naman is a basic need, para siyang food. So kahit anong gawin mo, magkakaroon at magkaroon ka ng housing cost. You buy, you rent, it's the same thing. You will have housing cost till the day you die. So bago may mag-comment na wala na akong housing cost pag nakabayad na ako ng mortgage, that's wrong. Kasi ang housing cost involves tax, maintenance, and utilities. So unless meron kang libreng kuryente, tubig, dun siguro wala kang housing cost. Doon naman tayo sa agree. Bakit siya nagiging patibong? Well, simple lang. Nagiging trap siya if we buy a house that we cannot afford. I'll show you. Okay, so ito yung list ng increase ng Bank of Canada ng interest rate. So if makikita nyo dyan, 10 beses na silang nag-increase. At ang chismis, sa September 6, may isa pa ulit na increase. Ito yung bar chart, kung medyo visual kayo. Hindi ako natutuwa sa itsura niya. But anyway, bakit nga ba siya nagiging trap? For me, yung pagbili mismo ng bahay, hindi siya patibong, hindi siya trap. I guess yung pagbayad ng interest ang nagiging trap. Kasi tingnan nyo to. Kung kumuha kayo ng bahay at nakuha nyo siya ng below 2%, which is just 2 years ago, who would have imagined na ganito tataas yung interest rate? Okay, we have inflation, political, maraming factors yan, war, gas prices. But the moment you sign for a variable interest, you're actually exposing yourself for crisis like this. Variable means it will change. Di ka pwedeng variable lang for the reason na bababa yung interest. You also should be preparing your... So yun, bakit siya naging trap? Kasi hindi mo naman alam kung nakuha mo siya ng below 2, tas ngayon 5 na and there's a possibility of 6 or 7, then you are trapped. Because you are paying the same amount, or sabihin na natin nasa adjustable ka, but most of the money is going to the interest. So let's just go back to the basic. Ito galing to mismo sa Canada.ca website. If you can see in here, it's your housing cost should not be more than 39% of your gross household income. So sabihin na natin nag-uwi kayo pareho ng 100,000. Dapat 3,900 lang ang cost nyo for a year. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Pag i-divide mo siya ng 12, 3,250 lang dapat yung cost nyo per month sa mortgage interest, sa property tax, sa heating, at kung meron pa kayong condo fee. Magdadagdag ka pa dyan ng maintenance. So, ngayon, nagiging trap yung pagbili ng bahay kung hindi mo susundin yung 39%. So, kung sakaling kumikita ka nga ng 100,000, 200,000, but your allocation for housing cost is 50%, then you're exposed, especially kung naka-variable rate ka, doon sa pagtaas ng bayarin ng monthly cost mo sa housing. So I guess my point is, ang bahay naman, kagaya ng sinabi ko, basic need yan, mag-rent ka or mag-own ka, you need a house. You need a roof over your head. Pero iwasan nating maging trap siya by staying within our means. Marami kayong makikita na ganito mag-ipon ng down payment, ilagay nyo sa FHSA, blah blah blah. What they miss is that your approval or your affordability, kumbaga sa pagbili ng bahay, is based on your income. Kung hindi kaya ng income, wag pilitin. Kaya malaki yung recommendation na mag-pre-approve muna bago mag-house shopping. Kasi pag nag-house shopping ka, tas wala ka namang idea kung magkano yung afford mo, tas may nagustuhan ka at pinilit mo siya, then yun, medyo risky ka or risky na siya kasi kapag ganito na ang sitwasyon, mataas na yung housing cost, you will be trapped in that property. Yun lang.